Hello, how are you all doing? Okay, so the start to this video, it's not brilliant. Not gonna lie, we've got some bad news. As in, we got bad news. So I'm just gonna go through it with you. I'm gonna be completely transparent and honest. And I'm going to remain positive throughout it as well. So we received a bit of a shock, and it was on Monday the 1st of September. I've left it a while. Today is the following Monday, and I've left it a while because I couldn't speak. And I was just so shocked and upset that I couldn't have come on camera. So I've not had a lot of time on camera, to be honest. Mike's been doing most of it, bless him. So yes, on the 1st of September, I, along with everybody else, went to work and opened our laptops and got ready to start our day. And the company closed. The company that Mike and I work for closed on the 1st of September, and we are out of work. Not just us, everyone who worked for the company, and there was about 14 of us all out of work. No clue, no heads up, no notice, no consultation, just the company is closed. Now it will unravel as to why that's happened. It is going to become insolvent, we know that, and we know that it's a financial thing, but it's just so, we're so shocked. Completely unexpected. Of course, if you get a heads up on that kind of thing, I mean, it's never good news, but at least if you do have some notice, you can do something about it. I mean, the day before, the 31st of August, I went shopping with my stepdaughter, who is also now out of work because she works for the company, as is our grandson, who also works for the company and has he has a baby. Yeah, so I went shopping and I bought what I wanted, as I always do, because we earn well and we had a good income, and we've always been able to live very well. So yeah, if you know that, if you're sort of armed with that kind of information that the company's in trouble, then you don't spend and you start preparing for it. We didn't have that, so we've been spending like we normally spend, and all of a sudden it was okay, our income's gone. So again, all honesty, we have lost an income of £4,000 a month, so that's no longer coming in as of the 1st of September, so no more income. Mike has his state pension, and I get a little bit from YouTube, from you guys watching our videos. We get a little bit of income. It's not a lot. YouTube doesn't pay well unless you're a big YouTuber, but what I used to class from YouTube as being a nice little side hustle and pocket money for extra things is now a serious part of our income. So I'll give you an example. I will do a video with all our earnings on YouTube, but for August you'll have noticed that we put an awful lot of work into that. We did a lot of extra videos. I wanted to see how well I could do, and I have been working hard to grow the channel, as you know. So for all of those videos that I did in August, we earned £250. So £250, which I will get paid in September, at the end of September. And that now is an extremely welcome piece of income for us. So, as I can imagine, some of you are all sat there going with your jaw open. On a positive note, let's just look at this. It's a fresh start. We've got a fresh start. It's unfortunate that we both were working for the same company, so we haven't, we've both lost our income, but it's a fresh start for both of us. So on the positive side of things, we are highly qualified and very intelligent and very capable of earning. On the other side of that, I'm not particularly proud. I don't have any pride or anything over. No, that's the wrong thing to say. I wouldn't turn down any work, So I'm not one of these people who think, oh well, I've only done this type of work, and that's therefore the only thing I'll accept. I will happily, with a smile, walk into a field and pick potatoes or peas or anything. I would do anything that will bring in money. And the other side of that positivity is, although I went through the stages that you go through when you're shocked, it's almost like the grief stages of shock, denial. I've had the anger, still got a bit of that, but I very quickly went through that into the acceptance, and that's good news, because when I'm motivated, I'm quite fierce and I'm quite determined. I'm going to cough, so hang on. Cough over. I'm a little bit dry. Hang on. I've been surviving on hot chocolate. So yeah, that was a thing. I stopped eating for a while, and I do that if I'm a little bit down or sad. I comfort eat, but if I'm in sort of a state of shock and it's a real adrenaline thing and it's something to be worried or frightened about, then I do stop eating. And it's one of those things where I can't put food in my mouth because my throat clams up, and I feel like I'm gonna choke. So I've lost 5 pounds. I keep looking at the positive side of things. I lost 5 pounds. I was stuck at a particular point, sort of between 12.3, 12.5, and that shifted. The weight has just fallen off. Along with that, I did have 3 nights where I didn't sleep. I am eating a little bit now. You will see a cooking video where we made a batch of soup. So I'm managing a little bit, but I can't do much. It's just how it is with me at the moment. I will settle. I'll get back into a routine. Mind you, I don't particularly want to put the weight back on, so I'm quite happy with that. But my tummy is disappearing. Right, I just have another drink. Willow's just joined me as well. She's going to have a nap. We've had our walk. Right, so where was I? Yes, I was telling you about how motivated I do get, and I do become quite, when I'm on a task, I can become very obsessed with it. So I'm not going to bore you too much with job search. I am applying for jobs. I'm applying for pretty much anything and everything. Income-wise, we sat down, as you should do in these circumstances, and we looked at our outgoings. So again, in comparison to how we used to be, we used to have a much smaller mortgage. We've got a bigger mortgage now. And we used to have a lot of savings, and we have a lot less now because it's all in the house. So that's, you might see it as a negative, but the positive side is we do still have a little left, which will see us through if we go into extreme frugal mode, or we call it survival mode. So we have sat down with our numbers, looked at what's going out and what's coming in, and we know what we're short on each month. So that's the good news. Set aside a budget of £400 a month, which is an absolute complete, ring-fenced amount, which will be for our grocery shopping. So luxuries are out the window. Stopped all things like wine Mike, bless him, he's been smoking since he was about 13 or 14, and he's actually, you know, he's working so hard. I'm so proud of him. He has switched to a vape, so he is sort of half smoke, half vape. Very, very difficult for him, but he's determined that, you know, we can't afford it anymore and he needs to quit, so he's working very hard on that. Yeah, I love a bargain. I love charity shops, so I'm okay with, you know, being very thrifty, and I know I've got you to rely on. I know that you'll come up with hints and tips and you'll be like, look, don't buy that, buy this. You know, hints and tips for cheap cooking and cleaning products, you know, and hacks for certain things. All of us at some point have gone through that time where we've had to be really frugal and really careful with our money, and yeah, we're set for that. Does mean can't spend any more money on the house unless we absolutely have to. Most of what we need to do on the house, Mike will go through that, I think, anyway, but we've got most of the stuff that we need to finish it to a standard that we can live in. Big things like a sofa and kitchen flooring, they're just going to have to wait. So we're just going to have to come up with something temporary and cope with that for now. But what's important is that we know we won't lose the house. We won't. We know that. And we know we're going to be okay. And I want you to know that we will be okay. It's scary. It's frightening, and for the first time in my 52 years of life, I have applied for Job Seekers Allowance, which is a little bit ironic. Didn't feel good, I'm not gonna lie. It's ironic because my very first job was Civil Service Job Centre and I'm going back through the other door. Yeah, I'm going back through the front door. I don't know when I'll hear from them. They say 14 days and you get a work coach, but I am already on it. I've applied for, oh gosh, I don't know how many jobs so far, but I've got in with recruitment agencies. That's the main thing. If you've got a team working for you as well, recruitment agencies, I've uploaded and set up freelance websites, because I can work freelance and do what I do. I'm qualified. So yeah, I've gone on to all sorts of websites where you can set that up. Registered with LinkedIn and big job companies, Indeed.com, all of that. So I'm feeling quite positive about it and that we can make this work. In terms of YouTube now is a serious business for us. It's a good job. I enjoy it. It's a good job we both do. So I mean, if I could just do this as a job, I would. I really would. But it doesn't pay enough, unfortunately, unless you've just got a huge amount of subscribers and they're all watching you. I will say I have 2,200 and something subscribers. And the views I get is very similar, which would suggest that either every single one of my subscribers watches our videos. It's our channel now, which is unlikely, which would suggest that a big portion of people who view our videos haven't subscribed. So I would, and I will, remind everyone on our videos, please, if you are watching our videos, if you would subscribe, it would really help us out, because YouTube like that. They like the engagement and they will push us forward. We've got the new Hype now, which you can use on your mobile app, and if you hype, like and hype, it will also push us forward. YouTube is going to be an important part. The £250, which I'll get in September, that's more than half of our grocery budget. So that's how I'm looking at it. Every penny that we earn now is going towards the shortfall that we've got, which is we're short by about £700 per month. ish. So that's what we've got to try and make up at the moment. I'll get the job seekers allowance. I think that's about £92 a week. And then YouTube, normally I get around about, I have been this year getting around about 100 to 150. 250 for August was an anomaly because I worked really hard on a lot of content. And I have books that I sell as well. I don't know if you remember, I created a lot of patterned scrapbooks. One of them in particular at the moment, normally I get around about £50 a month. One of them at the moment is doing really well. It's a Halloween book that did really well last year, and that has just sold £150 worth. And this month it's up to £40, and we're only in the first week of September. Amazon KDP for the books, they pay you 3 months later. So the 150 that I've got for August, I'll get at the end of November, which will be nice, just in time for Christmas. Christmas is not cancelled in this house. We're still going to do Vlogmas. We're going to have a nice time. It just means that, you know, we won't spend much on presents this year, but that's not really what Christmas is about, is it? So that's where I am. I know that was a long chat, and I just wanted to go through that. Life goes on, and you'll hear Mike often say, you know, nobody's died. That's a saying a lot of people use. Probably not a really good saying, but it is true. I have people in my life who are going through a horrendous time at the moment. They're in such a you know, so much a worse position than us. And so, you know, I'm sending my love out to one particular subscriber who I absolutely adore. I've become really close to, and she's been with me from the beginning. And I'm sending I wish sometimes I could crawl out the screen and come and give some of you a big hug, because you do tell me when things have gone wrong and you're not having a happy time, and, you know, when there's been a real awful time or grief or bereavement in your life. And yeah, so I am always a glass half full, and I always will be. And you can knock me over as many times as you like, I will get back up. I will. And I will get on with it. So that's where we are at the moment. Thank you for listening to me ramble on. Please also send your love out to everybody else who is having a hard time. I think that, you know, I do believe sometimes when we send out that love and positivity to the universe, that it does help. It's so easy. It would be very easy for me to put my pajamas on and just lay and wallow. But I'm not that type of person. I am getting up, I'm putting my makeup on, I'm brushing my hair, getting dressed, and I'm going out, and I'm going to get on with life. Right, let's get on with it. Team Cheryl and Mike and Willow, let's go.
Morning. Struggling to think what day it is today. I think it's Thursday, I'm not sure. The days have rolled into one since Monday. You'll have heard from Cheryl that we both lost our jobs. Devastated. Don't know how else to say it, to be honest. But things have got to go on, you know. We're both quite resilient people. Anyway, so you find me sat in the loo. I am cleaning off the tiles that I put on and Cheryl grouted. I feel, if I'm honest, in between a rock and a hard place. I'm not just cleaning the tiles, but I'll get these done, and then I'll get the this little toilet area that we had built, tidied up and finished really, including this sink area, which I know you've seen, but I'll show you again. Basically, the tiles that we put on and then Cheryl grouted just need cleaning off, you know, the excess grout. Let me just show you this sink and what I've got in mind for it. It's difficult, to be fair, to be doing anything at the minute, particularly making videos, but work's got to be done. YouTube were very keen to build and keep going. So let me show you what I'm doing in here and what my plan is. I have a plan for this sink. So as you can see, it's a vanity unit. Obviously we bought this months and months and months ago, about 6 months ago. Now, this used to be a cupboard, and it had shelves in it, which it's still got one. And then what we had eventually was this vanity unit put in. But it's left this really difficult area for me to box out. And I was overthinking it really. And a few weeks ago, Cheryl said, well, you know, put some in here, put some there to put a board to, and then put a board here, same at the other side, and then board out the back, and then maybe we can tile it the same as we've tiled in here. So that's what I'll be doing. Disinfectant, just by the way. Do people still use disinfectant? Or is it all these sprays and bleaches and everything now? Don't know. This is a hand sanitizer cleaner soap thing, still in its box. And we'll put that in place once I've built this and maybe tiled it out. So yeah, that's what I'll be up to. I don't know if I can face it this week to actually get on, because it's one of them awkward jobs and I'm not feeling much up to doing awkward things at the minute, but we'll get it done now, we'll show you. Okay, right, I'll carry on with this scraping. It's actually the last of it. I've actually put the camera in my way just to show you what I'm doing. Whoops. So this is the last of the scraping. Just clean them, get the worst off, and then I can come back in with a bucket of soapy water, a greenie, give them a good clean. It comes off this quite easily. So it comes off quite easily with the scraper. Oh yeah, look at this. I don't know if you remember me talking about Kickerboard and how lucky I was having, you know, this much over. Having cut every piece of Kickerboard for the kitchen, the new kitchen, and in here, used it in here, and the utility that we put in. This was what I had left. I don't know what that is, just over an inch, say 28 mil or something, but I've got a gap here And I can put the kicker board in here, glue it in place, fill the edges, job's a good one, as they say. So that is every piece of kicker board we bought from DIY Kitchens, and that's the very last piece of it, which isn't, you know, I haven't said, right, I've cut it and it's for there. That's the offcut. Isn't that something? I kept saying the other week, I was lucky one night, I kept saying, look how lucky I've got with that. Well, kind of got lucky in some things and not so lucky in others. Yeah. Probably tell by my voice that I'm struggling at the minute with thinking about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Gotta, you know, we have to get the house finished and comfortable. Okay. So under there is our Volkswagen camper van come transporter that we've had a couple of years but not yet done it up. We got the cover early last week. £135, it's breathable and it has a door. So the idea is, I guess, is that you can, you know, still get in the van to work on it. I'll show you the part that's gone wrong, but I'm going to disappear for a second. So the part is the ignition. We'll go back inside. It's a bit cold out here this morning. So I'm going to say we've just had a run of bad luck over the last week. So this, if you'd be interested in, sorry about the rustly noise, this is a new ignition barrel for the Volkswagen Type 2 transporter bus. The old one, which I was going to get out of the van and show you, I can't quite get to. But anyway, I bought this. It's a barrel, 2 keys, £25. But it's the wrong one. And I haven't even taken it out the packaging because I know it's the wrong one. So gotta get that sorted. I'm hoping they'll take this back because £25, of course, is £25, innit? You know. Yeah, a bit more explanation coming up. So this is what I was trying to retrieve out the van earlier, and you can see, I hope, it's quite a long barrel this, and it has this, which is steering lock on the end. And here's the new one, and it's plastic. The barrel is so much shorter. I will try it, I think. It's worth a try. You know, taking out the packaging. But it's 100% not going to work. No, I'm not, can't be 100%, can I? Otherwise, I wouldn't be saying it's the wrong one. I'm 80% sure it's not going to work. There's a small chance, but knowing my luck this week, or our luck I should say, it's not going to. So it's a good job we got that cover for the van this week, because it's never stopped raining, you know. So the Volkswagen van decided not to start. I think that was last Friday, I think. But I knew instantly what it was, because that barrel in the ignition been causing some issues since we've had it, really. The Morris Minor Grace, which I'm going to show you just quickly. Just by the way, this video is not about classic cars. It's still Cheryl's life at 50, but the car and the van are part of her life, of course. But anyway, the Morris Minor, that decided not to start as well on the same day. Now that, again, I know what it is. They're a very simple engine, and it's something called a solenoid, and it controls ignition and all, so it doesn't matter. I think we had a video, I put a video out a while ago, Cheryl did, about the solenoid and it not quite starting and tapping it, and anyway, that's finally gone. I've got a new one. But fitting it can be difficult. As you know, I have a tremor, and these screw fittings are really in a difficult place, and I'm not going to ask Cheryl to give me a hand with that. She's got a lot on at the minute, as you can imagine. So, yeah, I'll show you the Morris just quickly, and then I might just chat about what it is we think I know doing. All right. So this is the Morris's engine, and the offending article, the thing that stopped, is this here, and that's the main solenoid. The ignition goes to it, you know. I can change it, but we've got a membership with Homestart, so we're going to contact them and say, come on, fix this for us. I'm just doing snippets this week. And you know when you're having one of them weeks, oh, in my case today, so we are doing our best to cope with the bad news that we've had and spoken about. Both lost our jobs, as it were, so obviously we sat down and went, gosh, what can we reduce in outgoings? Going to have to do it. And also what assets have we got? So the Morris Minor that we own, and I suppose I love you can call it that, we've given her a name, Grace. Anyway, we're gonna sell it. So I mentioned earlier about the Volkswagen van and it having a problem with its ignition, it wouldn't start. And today I went to Grace, Morris Manor, and that wouldn't start either. So I call the AA, and the battery's gone, it's buggered. And that battery, although it's a new battery, it was fitted a year ago. We've only done about 300 miles. That doesn't help cars. You should really run them, you know, quite regularly, even if it's a short journey, maybe once a week. Classic cars, you know. A quick update on the utility. Be sick to death of seeing this. I hope you watched my mic on Monday and kind of enjoyed it. But anyway, we've got the tiles grouted. They just want wash off when they're nice and dry. Got the wet tops now all sealed with varnish. That drill front's to do, a little bit of work on the kickboards, and Cheryl's got this, which is kind of a bookcase. She's got all that to varnish, but we're not doing so bad now. Now, that light up there, whoops, we were going to replace, and the electrician was coming to do it. No, can't be affording electricians. So I will, at some point, get a lift to B&Q and back and get a new tube for it. Shall I give it a good clean? And that'll do, more than do. So today, I'm babysitting. I'm babysitting this. Where's Willow? There she is. She does not like being away from her mum, dear. Eh? So we're gonna hang out together, aren't we? Come on, we'll watch a bit of telly. I'll see if I can make a cup of tea. Eh? Shall we do that? All right then. So me and Willow are gonna hang out together today. Just while Cheryl's at job place. It's a job fair. Once I'm hoping today to get all my tools and everything put away. They're all over the place at the minute, but we'll see. Okay. Cup of tea, will I? All right.
I can hear you crunching. Brandy snap.
I can't talk just yet. I'll come back to you.
Alright, so me and Kerry went to Halfords and we told the lady at the till the registration number, and I said, oh, I doubt that you'll have it, and she went, Morris Minor, and she's come up with a battery that's similar because she didn't think that they had any in stock, but she said that this one, it'll have a bit more kick for the starter, but it should fit, it should go in there, so that's what we're doing.
And how much was this?
£78.
We could have done without the expenses I mentioned earlier, but
Yeah.
if it starts, the car runs it,
Yeah.
I can pull it out, drive it out, give it a really good cleaning and polish inside and out, and get it ready for auction.
Yes.
If it starts. Okay.
They're heavy, aren't they?
Yeah. They used to be full of lead. So let's assume that they're still full of lead. And lead, as you know, it's a very dense metal. When you're doing these, always put the negative guy on first, the sad cable, because he's very negative. Put that on first. I'm just going to put them like this for now, and then the positive guy, he always goes on second. Because you put this on first, the earth, because if anything goes wrong, it runs to earth. Yeah, that's why you do it. So these are not fastened, but I'm going to try the car. Fingers crossed it starts, and then I can fit these terminals properly. Okay.
Fingers crossed on the back wind.
Well, I'll know in a second. No.
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 Oh. Right.
So, let's call the AA guy out because he said it was the battery, and I said it was this, the solenoid, but it's something else. So I'll finish fastening it. In the meantime, can you give me a ring?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. We'll bring you up to date in, well, for you it'll be a minute. For us it could be a few hours.
How did you get it going?
I'll show you. So it was the battery, but there's something on this that I forgot, and I forgot to do. So it was the battery that was bad, but you know when I fitted it and I said no, it didn't work.
Yeah.
Sure. So I don't know if you can hear me. I'll switch it off.
Okay.
Yeah, so the guy was right. I was wrong. Well, I wasn't wrong. You see this here?
Yeah.
That there is a little kill switch. And what you can do, and what I'm showing you, is you can take this out. And so if you pack this up, you can take this out of here and take it with you.
Right.
And it's a very old-fashioned way of disabling the car.
Right.
Back in the 70s, this is what we did. So what happened was, this, and it might have been me, well, it won't have been anybody else. I'd undone this at some point, I don't know why, and I don't know if I should check the other battery, and no, because the other battery, the guy had tested it, so this, we did need a battery. What I was wondering if the other battery's fine, this could go back, and I don't know whether to check it. Should I check it?
I don't know. What do you think?
Let's see. So give me a minute.
All right.
So this is the battery that was on.
Yeah.
There's a negative, the sad person, as we say. That's positive. Always put your negative on first. Not that it's after, but there you go. Click. Now, that might be because it needs fitting. I'm just going to check. I'm going to take that off. Take this off. Lift the battery out without killing myself. Don't put your hand in the way. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Try it. So negative on first. Turn that down. That's down. Positive on. Try it. Don't think it will though. Oh, it's gonna. So.
She did say I could return it.
Did she?
Yeah, she said if it don't fit, return it. So I'll take it back and say it don't fit.
Oh, we're gonna get it back. Oh, in this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we did spend £78. on that, and we'll return it. I've still got these, the caps. Not a negative. That's it. Yeah, that's a negative. There. That's positive. Right, so now I have to go back. Well, what a strange thing. But why would this not start those times? It was just going click, click, click. Why would it do that? It started when I pulled it out. I was cleaning in here. I wonder if I've done something there. You know? Because that's what it was. I'm worried that I take that back and it doesn't start again.
Well, you have 14 days to return.
Oh, right.
So
okay.
that's your right. So
okay. That's if it's not working or something.
you just have a 14-day return.
Right. All right. I'll get this fitted. It's easy enough. There's a bar here that holds it in. So I can do that. We'll fit this bar. And then I'll fasten the terminals up properly. Tomorrow is going to be a nice day, isn't it?
Yeah. I think so.
Well, okay, so tomorrow's going to be a nice day. So I intend to get this done and then work on, or have a look at the ignition on that, see if I can get that going.
Yeah.
While we can, and also because it's going to be a nice day, we can take this off or roll it up to the top and see what bits we can get done on it.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, good. Right, okay. I'll get this done and I'll get back to you.
You're going to help me hoover the car, Willow? Was that a no? Okay. You relax then. Eee. So in here it was sort of ingrained almost into the carpet, so the hoover wasn't picking it up, it was stuck. So I got this, and what I've been doing is circling it as rough as I can to pull the bits out that are stuck, push them towards this bit as much as I can. I've done this a few times, so I'm right down to the last bits that are really ingrained in the rug. We want it to look as good as it can. Yeah, it's like the hallway carpet, everything sticks in it. Getting there. It's a lot better than what it was anyway. Right, let's pull that out. Okay, I have no idea what I'm looking at, except that it's an engine and it's the van. I think Mike will probably be able to talk you through this a little bit more, but he's trying to fathom out why it won't start. So he's been charging the battery and something about fuses and the ignition barrel and something or other. But anyway, the car is done. The Morris Minor, sorry, that is done. That's all nice and clean and prepped. And Mike will have put some photos up of that for you, so you'll see how all lovely and sparkly. Just got to be done, I'm afraid, unfortunately. Don't want to, but Anyway, let's go inside and have a chat. So things continue as normal in the house. DIY that we can do and can be getting on with. Mike's been vanishing in here, so it smells. I've been very, very busy looking for a new job, so Mike's taken on pretty much all of the DIY this week, including my jobs as well. So what have I been doing? I did apply for a job which a recruiter came to me for, and I've been shortlisted, so that's good news. Obviously still no guarantee, but I filled out the forms. Everything's done online nowadays. I mean, it's a long time since I had to apply for a job. When I went around the jobs fair, I took a load of physical CVs, and everybody was like, we don't do that anymore. You don't give out CVs anymore, apparently. It's all QR codes, so you scan and then you apply online. Anyway, I've sent my CV in online to a lot of places. I am feeling really positive about what I've been doing. There are plenty of jobs out there. We've got round near us in our area, there's some quite big employers, Amazon for one. So I'm going to have a look at their site and see if they've got any vacancies. Lidl, they're advertising as well. Seriously, anything that I can do physically or mentally, I will apply for, and fingers crossed. But this one I've been shortlisted for is exactly what I do. It's what I do for a living. It's what I'm qualified to do. And just, I hope I get that. But wanted you to know, we are feeling really positive. We're okay. We are. Everything's fine. It's all fine. I'll come back to that. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, if you like, if you want to hype. And if you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing. Then you get notified of new videos, and it doesn't cost you anything. So thank you so much. We will, oh, I nearly forgot. Mike on Monday, new videos. Mike's got Mike on Monday. So if you want to watch that, come back, watch Mike on Monday. That's going to be a regular thing. See you on the next one. Bye.